What's up and welcome back. Today we're going to be going down the road in a 1969 Chevelle. This one here has a 350 under the hood with power steering. Like I said, we'll be taking it down the road, point out any kind of flaws so you know exactly what you're buying before you get here. Check us out at maplemotors.com. Also, 100 detailed pictures, finance, and shipping information is all available at that website. We do post about 10 cars a week every Monday to that website, so be sure to check Monday mornings to see all the new rides. All right, let's go ahead and shut this hood down. I'll check out the interior some before we leave, and then towards the end of the video I'll be doing a walk around of this one, looking for chips, scratches, any issues you would need to know about. It's about that time. Let's go for a ride. Before we take off, go to check out the interior. Looks like they did a lot of SS stuff on this interior here. Checking this out here. This is just a Malibu car, obviously, with the small block. Go ahead and try some stuff out. Blower motor is not working on this one. Tack not coming up. I can't stand behind mileage. Let's try the wipers. They work. Look at some of these gauges down here. Temp gauge is definitely low because the motor's still cold. Oil pressure's coming up. Looks to be 35, 40. Looks like a custom shifter in here. Missing some pieces on the console. Seats are in great shape. Carpet looks decent. Looks like you even got an Eagles track down here. We can try that out throughout the video. Looks like our radio's working. We got to find a good station though.
The diamond.
It is working. Headliner needs some help. Goodness. I'd say she needs to be redone. The package tray is old school too. Back seat looks pretty good. Let's hit the road and see how she runs and drives. Before we leave, do you think the horn works? A little game we like to play on the channel. Let's try it out. I can hear it clicking, but she's not honking. You hear it clicking? No horn. Let's take off. Okay, so we're gonna head down the road. Any flaws that I see, I will tell you about and let you know. That's why we do these videos. We don't fix stuff here. We just tell you what's wrong with the car, and we buy and sell. This shifter here needs a little bit of help, but so it's going into gear. It's going into reverse. It's just kind of loose there. Still in reverse there. Neutral and drive. Checking our brakes before we leave here. Don't want to get out too far and end up having no brakes. Let's try them. They're stopping pretty fast. Okay. Come on, Travis. Come on, Travis. Just shifted it, shifted again. Car's got a little bit of a pull to the left, not much, just slightly. Speedometer's coming up. It's not reading correct. Speedometer says we're going 50. We're not going 50 right now. Got some decent pep for the motor. Passing gear's not hooked up. Trying to make that shifter work correctly, but it does shift. It's just not the proper shifter for this car. You see it's still trying to pull to the left. Does have a little bit of a left pull there. Steering felt pretty good other than that. Turn signals are not popping up on the dash here. We'll have to check those. Engine temperature is coming up on the gauge down there, so that is hooked up. You can see as soon as I turn, it turns. Steering is tight. Pretty smooth too, really. I mean, one finger. People probably wonder what's wrong with me steering all over the road. We'll use the turn signal anyways. It may be working on the outside, even though it's not blinking or clicking on the end here. We're 100% going to the gas station right now to get some fuel. Gas gauge is not working on this one. It's pegged out all the way to the right. It's not even reading correct, but I will put $20 worth of fuel in here just to make sure I don't run out. Sound like a little squeaky on the brakes too. Okay, let's put some gas in this. Okay, I got some fuel in this ride. Should be good, we're not gonna run out. Let's continue the test drive and also do a walk around. That way you know everything about it. Okay, let's head on out. Okay, so far so good. Engine temperature still cool at a good 180. Well, here, let me put her in drive. Funky shifter here. There's reverse, neutral, and drive. I mean, it's working just fine. It's just not set up right. Brakes got this squeak to them. Just developed. Starting to get louder. They're working just fine, but they're definitely squeaking. That's a nice boat. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's summer right there. ride on this one's pretty smooth. Turn signal is going to need some help. Like I said, it's not blinking and it's not holding its own there. All right, last red light before the lot. We've made it around. Wonder if we can get through there. I don't think so. I think we're gonna have to move a cone. Yep. Okay. I could have made it, just barely. All right, guys. Check out the detailed walk around video I'm getting ready to show you. I hope you enjoyed this video. MapleMotors.com offers financing and shipping. 100 detailed pictures. Should get you taken care of. I'm gonna put this bad boy back on the front row here and grab another car. Hope y'all enjoyed it. See you later. Okay, let's walk around this car. I'm gonna be looking for chips, scratches, rust, bondo, anything you'd want to know about. We're gonna go down the lower portion first, and I do have detailed pictures inside out and underneath at MapleMotors.com, so be sure to go and check that out. All right, let's look at the lower portions. Coming around this side, you can tell it's got some nice wheels and tires on it. Little chip right here, coming on up over the front fender. You got a little scuff in the corner there. There's a chip right there in the corner, along with this one here. It's like a little slight bubble popping up in the paint job there. Another chip here. Really small stuff so far. There's a chip right there in the crevice. Midsection's looking really smooth. Door handle's not brand new, but it still looks good. Got a nice scratch right here on the fender into that stripe. Also got a little scuff right there that's got right on the stripes. Coming on down the front end here, a couple chips. See, the stripes are not perfect. The front bumper on this one, it's got some light scratches. Still looks pretty good. There's a chip there. The grill looks good. This one's got a big scuff on this side. That front bumper. Top of the fender until right here where the antenna is. It's got a nice little crack there. There's a chip right here as well. Front windshield's nice and clean. Trim looks pretty good. Getting over the roof. Not bad at all. There's a line right here in the middle where something sat on there. I bet you that'll wax out. Same with this right here. Looking over the back window, it's in good shape. Package tray. Definitely the wrong color there. You got a touch-up mark in the corner of your jamb right here. Notice the weather stripping on this got stuck to this. Needs to be brought on down. I don't know what's going on here. It's supposed to be tucked in here. Didn't want to have to do this in the video here. Coming around. Shoving it down in the track. I'll try to get that fixed up before we shut the trunk. So I want to see how it lines up. Should have seen that when I opened it before I started the video. They've got carpet all in here, the jack. Carpet's glued to the trunk itself. They've went all the way around with it, so I can't rip it up. Tell you what, this car's got a lot of people stopping over here. I already had 2 people stop beside it as they were driving by. Let's see. I've got it in there decent. Need to get it in there better, but let's look at the trunk lid itself. Pretty good shape. Let's come down with it now. Shuts good. Right there in the middle, it's definitely got a big old dent. The back bumper's not perfect. It's got some scratches. There's a big dent in the corner there. You got some light cracks in your tail light. And the stripes are not perfect at all. Coming down this side of the car, lower portion first. Nice little scratch there. Big old chunk of paint missing on the back here. Paint run. Got a nice little spot there. Scratch right here in the middle below the emblem. The trim has got a dent in it there and a couple chips here. Coming back to mid section, the stripes got some chips in them. Light scratch here. Couple scratches in the middle of the door there. Little chips in your stripe. Door handle looks pretty good. More defects in the stripes. Top of the panel here is a nice little chip. It's been touched up. I believe I already showed that one. And over the top portion, light scratches right here. Right up here in the passenger or the driver rear window, right above it, you got some cracking going on in the paint. A nice little scratch there. A couple little bubbles popping up there too. Chip in the corner of the hood and on the edge here where it's rubbing. Okay, let's go ahead and check the interior out, get her started up. Door panel on this one is decent. Does have some of that chrome coming off. Somebody's picked majority of it off. Got a little spot on your armrest and on the edge of the door here. Weather stripping's old. The jams. They don't look too bad. Carpet's older. The seat in this one looks good. It's not all tore up. Headliner needs to be replaced. The weather stripping needs to be replaced around the doors. It's old, crusty. This one does start up easy. Got a good sound to it. Of course, your gauges are coming up down here. You are missing some pieces on your console though. This is not the correct shifter. Visors are fairly in decent shape. They look pretty good. Motor's pretty quiet. He's idled down pretty low too. Running good though. Insulation still all up under the hood. That's a rarity. Most of this stuff falls out. Somebody's had to replace it over the time. Coming down with this hood, comes down pretty easy. Just kind of pushing it with 2 fingers there. And it does have a spot for the safeties. Even though it's already got a safety latch, it's still holding. It doesn't necessarily need those, but you can lock it down. On the edge here, you got a touch-up mark. This car looks great. It does have some flaws, but that price range, it's going to. All right, let's get back to the test drive and head on back to the lot.